Good day, students. We have already started with the explanation of chapter number 7, that is variation, in which we have seen practice set 7.1 and practice set 7.2. Today we will see what practice set 7.3 have. So the first question says, which of the following statements are of inverse variation? First thing that we need to know is, what do you mean by inverse variation? Inverse variation, when one thing increases, the other thing decreases, or there is an interrelation, there is no connection between two things. That means if one thing decreases, the other increases, or vice versa. One is small, the other is big. So this is also an inverse variation. So the first question says, number of workers on a job and time taken by them to complete job. So this is quite a logic question, that as the number of worker will increase, the time taken to complete any work will decrease. If I say I need 5 workers to complete a wall, to make a wall, a brick wall. So, and if I take only 2 workers, so the time will increase as the number decrease. So this is inverse variation. As the number of worker increases, the time taken by them to finish the work decreases. So this is an inverse variation. Moving ahead to the second one. So the second one question says, number of pipes of same size to fill a tank and the time taken by them to fill a tank. Again, if I say I have a tank and I increase the number of pipes in it, so as the number of pipes will increase, the time taken to fill the tank will decrease. If I say I have a bucket to which I have to fill water, so if one tap is there, so it will take longer time as compared to when I have 3-4 taps and a single bucket. So this is an inverse variation. Moving ahead to the third one. So the third question is, petrol filled in the tank of a vehicle and its cost. So this is not an inverse variation, because if I say if the price of 1 liter petrol is 100 rupees, so if in my vehicle I put 2 liters, so price is also going to increase. If I put 3 liters, again the price will increase. So as the quantity of petrol increases, the cost also increases. So this is not inverse variation. Moving ahead to the next sum. So the next sum is area of circle and its radius. So area of circle depends upon the radius. So if radius of circle increases, the area will also increase. So this is not an inverse variation. Moving ahead to the next one. So the next question says, if 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours, how many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 hours? So we are given that the number of workers I have assumed to be n and the time taken be t. So number of worker varies inversely as time t, because this we have seen in the first sum itself, that if number of worker increases, the time will decrease. So this is an inverse variation. So n is inversely proportional to t, and again if we put a constant, so equal to constant, so k is a constant. So n is equal to k upon t. I can say n into t is equal to k. This is the equation of variation. We are given when number of worker is 5, so time is 48 hours. So when n is 5, t is 48. So we can use this value and find the value for k, which we got as 720, which is a constant, and nt is equal to 720. This is the equation of variation. We are given time as 30. So putting t is equal to 30, so the value for n is 0 gets cancelled. 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are 12. So n is 24. That means to complete the given task or the same task in 30 hours, we need 24 workers. So 24 workers will be required. Moving ahead to the next sum. So the next sum says, 120 bags of half liter milk can be filled by a machine within 3 minutes. Find the time to fill such 1800 bags. Again, the time taken to fill a bag is directly proportional to number of bags. So n is directly proportional to t. N is equal to k into t, where k is a constant. So n upon t is equal to k. This is the equation of variation. So when n is 120, time required is 3 minutes. So k is equal to 120 upon 3. So k is 40. So n upon t is equal to 40. This is the equation of variation. Now we want n is equal to 1800. So 1800 upon t will be equal to 40 and t will be 1800 upon 40. 0 gets cancelled. 4 4s are 16 and 4 5s are 20. So 45 minutes will be required to fill 1800 bags. Now moving ahead to the last sum. Last sum says a car with speed 60 km per hour take 8 hours to travel some distance. What should be the increase in the speed if the same distance is to be covered in 7.5 hours? So speed of car be s and time be t. So if speed increase, time will decrease. If I say I have to reach from point A to point B, which is 1 kilometer. So time, if the speed is 20 km per hour, so it will require more time as compared to 60 km per hour. So this is an inverse variation. So speed and time are inversely proportional, and if we remove the sign of proportionality, there is a constant k. So s is equal to k upon t, and k is a constant. So s into t will be equal to k. S is 60, T is 8, which is given to us. So 8 6 is 48, K is 480, which is a constant of variation, and while ST is equal to 480 is the equation of variation. We are given time as 7.5, that is 7.5. So S into 7.5 is equal to 480. S is equal to 480 into 10 upon 75. Here it was 7.5. I have shifted the decimal here. So 5 2s are 10. 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25, and then the rest of the calculation 15 6 are, and then multiplying it by, so we get the answer as 64. Here I can show you all 4800 upon 75. So 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 9s are 45, 5 6 are 30, and 0. So again 5, or I can say 15 1s are 15, 15 6s are 90, and 15 4s are 60. So 64 km per hour. So increase in speed is 60 was the actual speed, 60 is the speed, S is 60, and 64 is the speed that we got. So to reach in 7.5 hours, we want the speed or increase in the speed by 4 km. We are asked the increase in speed, so it should be a negative minus what the speed we got and what was the actual speed. So 64 minus 60 is 4 km. So the final answer is speed of car should be increased by 4 km per hour. Along with this, the explanation and the solution of this chapter gets completed. That's all for today. Hope this chapter is quite clear to you all. There is only two types of variation, direct and inverse. We have seen both the sums. Each and every sums of this textbook have been covered. For workbook, the questions are same. Few extra questions are there in the workbook. Try to solve them on your own, because the sums are going to remain. The method is going to remain the same. That's all for today. Thank you.